these guys, the very best of America at a moment where a lot of America is losing its footing.
Very much so.
So I want to thank you for that. I want to thank you so much for coming today.
I pinch myself. Am I really a part of this story? I'm a farm boy from Tennessee, and am I really in Hebron? Am I really a part of this story? And all these guys are the same way.
Howdy!
Hey, what's happening, Yishai?
Nate Waller with me here in beautiful Hebron. We are working outside. For me, it's a fast day, by the way, so I don't want to dry out. So we took a break to do a little video. Nate, what are we doing here today?
We're rectifying. It's a fast day. You said this was the beginning of the tablets.
The tablets were smashed.
The Jerusalem was besieged. We're reversing this.
That's right.
We're bringing this back around. And you know what? I understand. You're a Rebbe here. You can answer this question for me. If you're rebuilding the land of Israel, that the Rebbe say you don't have to fast. Is that true?
Well, yeah, there's some talk like that. Generally speaking, we try to do the fast days when they are, because we have to also mourn. But there's no question that the mourning today is not like the mourning of the past. If you're mourning 300 years ago, it's different than when you're living in a Jerusalem and an Israel that's being rebuilt.
Right.
And it looks like the nations have a role in it. Not everybody thinks that way. But you guys, so the Israel guys, have done a lot, both to teach around the world and also to actually have boots on the ground. Boots on the ground! That's right, President Trump.
Us. Boots on the ground right here.
I think I think that would be a great slogan for you guys.
That's what I had for a long. Actually, I may even still have it on my WhatsApp. Boots on the ground.
I like that. That's a perfect. That's the difference between what you guys do and so many other people. You guys have boots on the ground.
Right. Yeah. And it's incredible for me right now. So I was reading Jeremiah 33. It said that flocks are going to come back to the hills of Judea. I'm literally working on a farm with sheep that are back in the hills of Judea.
Yeah.
It's right out of the pages.
Yeah.
It's literally happening right there. I'm standing there doing it and seeing it with my own eyes. I'm not only seeing it, I'm a part of it.
That's right.
And it's happening right there. It's whoa, this is literally the words right out of the pages.
A lot of people, when they read those verses, they never thought it was real. They thought it was metaphorical. It's a metaphor. It's
Totally.
I'll give you another example. There's a medrash, a lore, that says that why is Israel mountainous? Because one day it'll be flattened out and make room for all the Jews. Well, I used to live in Ma'ale Adumim. The mountains around Ma'ale Adumim have all been flattened out, or at least ridged and made into stairs, so that Jews can fit. So a lot of these things, another example is that it talks about wings of eagles. Why did it ever speak about wings of eagles? That's not even a metaphor that you're going to come on wings of eagles, the eagle's going to pick you up and... No, it means on El Al airplanes.
Yeah, totally.
It's an amazing thing. But at the same time, Nate, we are facing a time where there's a lot of people who are not so excited about Israel at all.
Yeah.
People that you work with and talk to, it's not like we got them all...
Yeah.
I'm trying to use a metaphor, like a lassoed in. We're not... No.
They're not all in the corral.
They're not all in the corral at all.
No, totally.
We're losing them.
Yeah, for sure. And I think I believe that this really boils down to whether the Bible is true. The Bible, and I think it's more than it's just that the Bible's true, because all of these people would say the Bible's true. It's whether the Bible's physical or it's spiritual. And I think it's obviously both. It's both of these things is really ultimately what happens. Is this prophecy metaphorical, like you're saying?
Right.
Or is it not?
Right.
For 2,000 years of exile, it made sense that it was metaphorical.
Right.
And that's really what Christianity was built on. We were built on this doctrine that it's all metaphorical, that it's all coming from, everything's in heaven, it's something out there, that it's all metaphorical.
Right.
But suddenly today, I'm walking around literally seeing it happen today.
Right.
I'm seeing Jerusalem rebuilt. I'm seeing the ruined places, Hebron, the ruin rebuilt, the cities coming out of these ruins, the Jews returning to the land, sheep on the mountains again, vineyards coming back. All of these prophecies, I'm seeing the literal words happening right now today.
Yeah.
And so I think this is the debate we're seeing.
That's a very interesting framing. What you're really saying is the Bible right? Is it metaphor or is it real?
Right.
And then suddenly when it's real, you read the verses differently. You're like, oh, it's fitting into place. It's real.
Yeah.
But so many people don't even. It's either they think the Bible's metaphor or they don't even love the Bible or know the Bible.
Right.
At the end, it breaks down to that. You were just here, and some cops came here, and we had the whole lot. We had the Arab who called the cops. Oh no, the Arab who had the left-leaning Jews from Haaretz.
Right.
And they called the cops, and everybody was here, and you were talking to them, and they were just like, You're just like,
Who is this nutcase?
yeah, you're just like, God gave Jewish people the land. Tell me what you told them. And then they were just like, I can't talk to this guy. I'm out of here.
Totally.
What did you tell them?
The guys, so they're telling me, look, what are you doing? This is private land. This is whatever. This is da 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 da. So I said, look, I'm coming here to serve the Jewish people. This is their land. The Bible says it pretty clearly. This is their land. And I'm here to bless and serve and just stand with the Jewish people. And he said, no, you're not. You're a Christian. You're anti-Semitic. You believe all the Jews are going to blah, 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 all this stuff. I said, no.
That's interesting. The Arab guy.
The Arab guy.
He was giving you a hard time saying, you don't actually love the Jews. You want to see them all convert and all that kind of stuff.
Exactly. And I said, no. I said, look, I believe in a Jewish king. I believe he's got to come from the line of Judah. He's got to sit on the throne of David in Jerusalem. He's got to be a religious Jew. Like all this stuff comes right from the prophets. And he didn't know what to say. Like he's totally baffled. Like what's going on here?
By the way, when I talk with Christian groups, a lot of times I say to them, look, we can agree. Let's agree to agree. That's Yishai's line.
Right.
Let's agree to agree. And one of the things that I say to them is, can we agree that we want to see the restoration of the house of David?
That's right. Totally.
By the way, a lot of Jews don't want to see the restoration of the house of David. There was a famous kind of Jewish commentator, a friend of mine, who ripped me on a different channel saying, oh, Yishai, he just wants to see the restoration of the house of David and he's messianic.
Like, wait a minute, what's the whole Bible about?
Yeah.
Like this is like the whole story. This is the climax. This is the build up that the Messiah is going to sit on the throne of David.
Right.
And like Zechariah, he's going to come back and save Israel. Like
I've been reading Zechariah recently also. Zechariah is amazing.
Incredible. One of my I think he's one of my favorite prophets. For sure.
Yeah.
And
do you notice, by the way, that when there was a real turning point? You remember when Tucker was interviewing Cruz, and he's like, well, if those who bless you will bless; those who bless thee will be blessed.
Yeah.
And it was like he made it look like there was one verse in the Bible,
right,
that there's this blessing for the Jewish people who will bless them will be blessed, and he also did not talk about the hundreds and hundreds of verses about the ingathering of the exile. You notice they never talk about that? They never talk about this thing.
Totally.
I was born, there was 3 million Jews. Today there are 7 million Jews.
That's crazy.
And moving
up.
up.
Serious?
Yeah.
3 million Jews when you were born.
When I was born, 50 years ago.
Crazy.
Now there are 7 million Jews and growing.
Wow.
And by the way, it's not just through ingathering, it's also through birth.
That's another kind of ingathering. Or does that mean you're...
You know what? If I'm old enough to see the redemption, then I'm happy.
Totally,
Thank you, Lord.
Totally.
Thank you. My mom says, by the way, that the little pains and problems of getting older is the price you pay for a long life, and I'm so thankful to be alive.
So that whole interview was crazy, but I think that really boils down to this main thing, and this is what I say. This is where Christian Zionism is, and I believe Jewish Zionism stems from this same point. Abraham, the promise.
Right.
What is that promise? It says, "I will be your God. You will be my people. The land that you're standing on will be yours and for you and your descendants forever." And then the fourth part to that promise, the 4-part promise, the fourth part is that the nations can be a part of the story.
There was one more. There was one more, which is, in this place, this stone will be a house of God.
Well, that's only
the
with
land,
Jacob.
Right?
That's with Jacob.
Right, but like this stone. This place, there will be a house of God in this place.
So
the nations.
The common theme between every time that promise is given, it's 4 parts. Mm-hmm. The nations are going to be blessed. The land's going to be yours. All of these things. But the ironic thing is that happened in 5 locations.
Okay.
Elam Moreh, Bethel, Jerusalem, Hebron, and Gerar.
Gerar is Gaza, basically. It's almost Gaza, right?
The first 4 of those are West Bank,
right?
Judea and Samaria,
right?
And number 5, Gerar, is Gaza Strip.
That's right.
If this war is not obvious, this is nuts.
That's such a good point. Such a good point. It's such a good point. And maybe the haters actually sense that, and they know that if we keep living in Judea and Samaria, keep building it. I just want people to know that you and I are in Hebron right now.
Yeah.
We're putting up this shady spot. We're looking at the guys right now soldering and welding.
Yep.
And everybody tried to stop us, and the way we got rid of them is just with a smile and with look, we're trying to make a shady spot look at the tomb of Abraham.
Yeah.
Right below. No rancor. I said to everybody, I'm like, Arabs could sit in this shady spot as well.
Totally.
Just chill out. Yeah. Just chill out. Everything's good. We're making things holy, beautiful, clean.
Yeah.
Just relax.
Well, and I think the other side of it too, that we got to chill out. Like when you start talking about God, they automatically they don't know what to say.
Right.
Like you start making this a God story, they're like, wait a minute, now what? We don't know how to argue. There's no argument for this.
That's right.
Where do we go? And I think and I love to do that with those kind of people because they're just like they're stuck.
They were just like, it was like a Haaretz lady. Right. Interestingly enough, afterwards I spoke to her, the Haaretz lady, and I asked her. I said, I wanted to stick it to her a little bit, and it was just too easy. I just go to her. Do you know what date today is on the Jewish calendar? She's like, no. I'm like, do you know today's a major fast day for the Jewish people? It's like you don't know your basics of your identity. Now you're playing around with this Arab who hates Israel, and you're trying to stop a shady spot.
Yeah.
It's like, where are you? You're lost to yourself, lady. And I said it to her nicely without ripping her, but like, just take a second to like know your own story. She doesn't know what Jewish month it is. She has never read the Bible. She doesn't know the book of Genesis. You know what I mean? And then you get all these people and they're anti. They don't know the basics.
Right. Totally.
Totally.
And I think that's where we're at. Is the truth is today in the Christian world, people don't know the basics anymore.
Yeah.
They don't know the basics. They don't know the foundation. They don't know their Bible. And anybody can come along. You know, your generation, my parents' generation. They're all Zionists just because they knew the Bible.
That's
from the
right.
beginning.
What do I always say? What do I always say?
Mamas, read your children the Bible.
That's it, right? That's it.
Yeah, totally.
That's going to make all the difference. That's going to make the difference. But at the same time, you know, even if I think the Bible is key, and it's certainly key for people like you and me. Yeah. And my whole life, and your whole life is its wellspring is that. It emanates from that.
100%.
You know, but there's other rationales. There's other reasons to love Israel. And there's other reasons to not like the jihad that wants to take away our liberty and our freedoms and suppress people. It's just there's a moment right now. I want to tell you something. My piece of advice for Christians and Jews right now: hold tight.
That's right.
Hold tight.
I think that though
there's a storm, and we gotta cover ourselves a little bit. It'll pass. Yeah. The nations will wake up. This won't last, this darkness.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
I agree with you. It goes in cycles.
Yeah.
You know, I just read Bibi and Ariel Sharon's book, both of those guys. Both of them talked about the 70s. They said it was pretty rough.
It was.
Like, it was pretty rough anti-Israel. We went through a period now in the 90s into 2000 that was actually pretty good as far as conservative, you know. I mean, here in Israel, you had the intifadas during that time. But
that's right.
As far as international support, especially going into the 2000s, it was a lot of support. So it cycles. We're going through a cycle right now. The question is how far we're going to go, and and how is it going to come back? I see with this cycle, every time it comes back a little stronger. So stick in the game, stay in it, and I think we're going to come back. This story is here in Israel. I'm seeing it. It's the Israeli since October 7th. There is a conquering spirit.
Yes.
In this generation.
A conquering spirit.
I love that.
Conquering
spirit. It's the conquest of Canaan is happening right now. We're reliving the book of Joshua. It's a conquest going on. And I'm seeing this on these farms, on these young people. All this stuff that's going on. They're conquerors.
There's so many metrics right now that are positive. Yeah. The birth rate, the economy, the stock market, the fighting units, the farms. I said the birth rate, but like the population growth that you could see, and the building of Jerusalem, which is one of the most important metrics of them all. Yeah. Because that's the city that God's name rests upon.
Totally. Yeah.
And it's so ironic how many people think that things are falling apart here. It's exactly the opposite. Yeah. And sometimes, and a friend of mine, my friend Zev, our friend Zev Ornstein, said to me, he said, maybe we're living that moment where this is a nation that will dwell alone, and that scares some people. Yeah. And I'm not calling for us to be xenophobic and detached, but if there's a moment that we have to dwell alone in order to get closer to our identity and closer to God, then let's do it. And we're not alone. It's alone from people who are the darkness, because there's people like you guys, and I just want to really thank the Israel guys and HaYovel for coming out and fighting and giving a chance to have. I want to thank you in the name of your volunteers, who you give a chance to come to this land and be part of it. Yeah. And I want to tell you one thing. I said Malka was on the phone with me today. Yeah. And you guys were working, and I was just looking at you guys, and I said to Malka, I'm like, these guys are the very, very best of America. And I mean that good America that I grew up with. The very best of of liberty and frontiersmanship and camaraderie and can-do-ness.
Yeah.
And that cowboy spirit.
That's right.
It's just these guys. I don't know if you can. They're in the background right now. They're doing their thing. Like, it's the very best of America at a moment where a lot of America is losing its footing.
Very much so.
So I want to thank you for that. I want to thank you so much for coming today.
Well, it's always. I pinch myself. Am I really a part of this story? I'm a farm boy from Tennessee, and am I really in Hebron? Am I really a part of this story? Am I really out here on these ranches? And all these guys are the same way. They're all coming in, and it's
yeah.
Are we really living in a time we could be a part of this? And I think back to your former note, it's a window of time when Israel may need to go through a time that they have to stand on their own feet, and they have to stand up. Because what's going to come out of that is ultimately the nations are going to realize Israel's actually the superpower. Israel is becoming a superpower in the world.
No doubt.
And every nation is going to want to be a part of that.
That's right.
And every nation is going to want to stand with Israel.
I believe that in my heart.
Yeah.
I feel it.
Yeah.
I feel like it looks like everything is hateful.
Totally.
There's going to be a flip, and everybody's going to be like, what is this thing?
Yeah.
I want part of it. Can
Totally.
I come to Jerusalem?
Well, we already saw it with the Abraham Accords.
Right.
We already saw this.
That's right.
And I just think it's going to grow. This is going to go, we might take a step backwards from the Abraham. I don't know what that's going to look like. But it's going to grow. And everybody's going to want to be a part of this. Ultimately, that's what we see in the prophets as well.
Thank you, Hashem, for giving us a chance to be part of it. Thank you very much that not only can we see it, but can actually be boots on the ground and be part of it. That's one of the greatest gifts. We say, Ten chalkeinu b'Toratecha. Give us just a part in your Torah and in your dream.
Yeah.
Nate Waller, I want to thank you very much for being with me here. Thanks for bringing out the volunteers and the Israel guys. You guys are doing great work. I want to urge everybody to continue to build Israel together.
That's right.
By going to buildisrael.com. Build Israel together. And please like, subscribe, comment. Check out the Israel guys. They're doing great content. I'm proud to be associated with them. We're doing great content, Baruch Hashem. And God bless you wherever you are. On this fast day, just know there's hope, there's opportunity, there's life, there's energy, there's light. This guy says to me in synagogue today, he goes, you have a great aura. He's just a Jewish guy. And I just want to be like, because I'm just part of his work. I'm just his light. God bless you folks wherever you are. Lots of love, lots of blessings from the land of blessings, from the tomb of Abraham and Sarah. God bless you wherever you are. And shalom. Nate, thanks again.
Thank you, Yishai. You're doing awesome work. Thanks for being a part of it. Thanks for allowing me to be a part of it.
Amen.